someone is about to commit a crime that can put their freedom in jeopardy, one would think that they have a good plan. But well, sometimes that's not the case. A Florida man maybe misinterpreted the saying, thinking outside the box, when he disguised himself with a box on his head while attempting to rob a phone repair shop in Miami.
Box, which doesn't appear to have any eye holes, fell off his head, revealing his face. Police had no problem finding him.
Just before the interrogation began, one of the detectives went to grab his notes, and the suspect did what a totally not guilty person would do and jumped out of the window.
Oh, no!
Needless to say, he was captured a couple hours afterwards and he still had his handcuffs off. You know your lawn is a mess when even the thief that's about to steal your mower cuts your grass before leaving.
Before he made off with his loot, he mowed his victim's grass, mowed the front and backyards of the property. When cops arrived on scene, they say Hubbard ran from authorities, dragging the mower behind him.
After a man managed to steal a $7 million Van Gogh painting from 1884, another man got inspired by the heist and attempted one of his own at the Birmingham Gallery. Luckily for the gallery, he lacked object size awareness.
He's checked to see if anybody's watching, nobody is, and he tries to put it in his jacket.
Does he really think it's going to fit in there?
He, for a moment, clearly does. Anyway, he does now and walks out of the gallery, but he was stopped by staff as he tried to leave.
At nail salons or spas, women usually take off their rings when they're getting a manicure because the chemicals they use can ruin the color. A smart thief took note of this and started going to salons and sneakily stealing engagement rings from customers. But well, if she was truly smart, she would have looked out for cameras.
Being charged with grand theft here. Authorities say the ring has been returned to the victim.
An instant regret moment for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Burglar happened when she got a little hot with the costume on. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer, but a neighbor who steals your Amazon package might want you to reconsider and move ASAP. At a 7-Eleven in Los Angeles, a man managed to get away with stealing $300 with an imaginary gun. Luckily, the LAPD posted the footage online and caught the man.
You can see his hand under his shirt and behind his back as he jumps over the counter and cleans it out himself. He got away with about $300. Even though it's only his hand, it's still considered a robbery and he's still facing serious charges.
Okay, I really hope the staff saw this before serving that chicken. In Ohio, a man made the prosecutor's day when he accidentally dropped a gram of the illicit substance he was accused of possessing in the courtroom. These thieves might have watched too many movies.
3 thieves rolling across the floor of a Mr. Gatti's restaurant at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, it doesn't help that this seems to be one of the longest escalators in the world, but a criminal's cardio was put to the test by a police officer who knew it would be pointless to chase him. A streamer thought he would be able to get away with streaming a pay-per-view UFC match on Twitch by pretending to play. Worth a try, but sadly got banned. A jewelry store got their laminated glass worth when 4 thieves with sledgehammers did not walk away with a single thing. Besides being almost impossible to pull away, a not-so-known fact is that ATMs are configured to trigger a silent alarm when the machine is tilted or tampered, and authorities are notified instantly of suspicious activities. In Queensland, Australia, a man tried stealing dirt bikes from a dealership using a tractor, but he didn't think through the fact that tractors only go up to 20 miles per hour. Maybe not caught in 4K, but 480p instead. But this man is using what's called a jammer to trick the slot machine that he inserted cash by interfering with the machine's electronic circuits.
And watch his screen. The screen is spinning like crazy, and the bill's not even in the machine. He's holding the jammer.
In most states, lane splitting is against the law. This policeman made this biker take the bike walk of shame. Taco Bell is a fast food chain that stays open until late, but Taco Bell's late night wasn't late enough for this former employee, who broke in to cook himself some food. A man was trying to open a locked gate to allegedly steal the car in the driveway, but in an unexpected turn of events, he stole the gate itself. When a customer at a jewelry store asked to look at a $16,000 ring under natural light, the store was happy to accept his request. Little did they know was that he was just going to walk away with it. Thankfully, this security footage plus the one in the parking lot led to his arrest. Well, even though he was caught red-handed, they might not want that merchandise back. Most thieves opt for masks, but this man relied on a lighter to burn the doorbell camera. Luckily for the owner, not only his method didn't work, but was more than enough time to call the cops and alert the homeowner.
Why are you by my door? Get away from my...
When three masked robbers in Texas planned a heist that involved stealing a donut shop, on their way out they gave some of the stolen sweet treats to witnesses. Needless to say, that didn't stop them from testifying.
Eatery he was allegedly stealing from. Suspect then grabs donuts from behind the counter, gives them to the witnesses, and flees on foot.
In Manchester, England, a duo of robbers went into a travel agent office and demanded money before quickly fleeing from the shop. But to their surprise, it was a windy day, so they lost almost all their loot. With even normal mattresses costing over $1,000, one can say that mattress companies go a little too far, with the average markup being over 900%. But this man went the wrong way about it. At 3:30 in the morning, a man tried breaking into a bar by throwing an empty beer keg at the door. And well, on its third attempt to break the glass, he was finally able to make a hole just enough to slide in. And that's when we realized the door was unlocked the whole time.
Did the door frame and could have walked straight in.
Despite Porsche's state-of-the-art security systems, no soft-top convertible is safe from a knife. What this thief didn't expect is that the locks were not the only safety measure. A thief apparently didn't develop object permanence and wanted to check if the camera was still there. A not-so-brilliant Australian man tried stealing a gas station ATM with just his car and a chain, but he couldn't even attach the chain properly. If you have 6 police officers on you during a suspected DUI stop, maybe attempting to run is not the smartest move. And well, the situation ended up escalating when he reached for what seemed to be a weapon, but luckily a warning shot was enough of a deterrent, and no one was injured. With lotteries being able to go as high as millions or even billions of dollars, they have become targets for criminals all over the world to exploit. Eddie Tipton is a man who was able to successfully rig the lottery but didn't really think it through. As the security director at the multi-state lottery, he realized that the random number generator wasn't as random as everyone thought, and he was able to change one line of code, which resulted in him knowing the exact numbers that were going to be picked out at a certain date. Fast forward to December 29th, 2010. Someone in Des Moines, Iowa won $16.5 million. And even though there was an initial wave of excitement from the lottery officials, days went by and no one claimed the ticket. Then weeks turned into months, causing Iowa Lottery to start getting desperate.
The Iowa Lottery has been looking and asking for everyone to please check their tickets.
With lottery tickets expiring worthless after a year and lottery officials like Eddie being barred from even buying tickets in the first place, Eddie started becoming desperate. And just 1 hour and 50 minutes before the deadline, a group of lawyers showed up to claim the tickets, but officials realized it was incredibly shady.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning ticket, but we don't have the person nor all of the background information about this winning ticket. We are not paying this particular ticket today.
So after an investigation, the lottery refused to pay, unless the person who purchased the ticket came forward. And the $16 million went to no one, and the FBI was called in. And that's when they released the footage with audio of the person buying the ticket. And many lottery employees recognized it was their coworker Eddie Tipton, who lived in an 8,500 square foot mansion with an inside basketball court and a 20-seat home theater. Apparently, he has been rigging the lottery for smaller prizes for 10 years, and no one suspected a thing, until he decided to buy the winning ticket himself, not planning on how he was going to cash it in.